I want to talk about a certain video term that gets thrown around. We get asked questions all the time. What is it? So I want to hopefully educate you a little bit in some video lingo so that the next time you hear it, you will understand what it is. And the term is called B-roll. Let's talk about what it is before we talk about where that term came from. What it is supplemental footage that should be driving home certain creative points in your video's narrative. So what the heck does that mean? We do an interview, so that's called a talking head. And let's say that we're talking about some new product that you have recently developed. The B-roll for that video would be shots, beauty shots, if you will, of that particular product. Its role is to help visually tell the story of the narrative of your video. Now, let me please tell you where this term comes from so it gives you some context. Back in the day, when you did video editing, you had something called video decks. You used tape. So you'd have your deck A would be roll A, and that would be the interview. So the second roll, or the B roll, was technically a second editing deck. So think of it like that. The A roll is any interview content, talking head content. The B roll is supplemental footage that should be supporting what was covered in the interview. So obviously in the age of computers, the idea of A roll and B roll really is kind of a moot point. There's no such thing. No one uses tapes. No one uses a deck. I haven't touched one in well over a decade. But for whatever reason, that term B roll has stuck around. So if you hear it, you can understand hopefully what they mean. They're talking about footage capture that is above and beyond your interview. So hopefully you won't be as confused, and maybe you can even kind of throw it around right back at your vendor, and they will be impressed by your video knowledge.